Social media has become a breeding ground for misinformation, where falsehoods can spread like wildfire. False narratives about Vice President Kamala Harris are a prime example of how misinformation can distort public perception. These misleading narratives often target her past relationship with former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, twisting facts to fit a certain agenda. Some posts falsely suggest Harris was responsible for ending Brown's marriage. This is untrue and misleading. In reality, Brown and his wife were estranged long before Harris entered the picture, a fact often ignored in these narratives. Their separation occurred over a decade before their relationship began in the 1990s, making the claims baseless. Brown was known for his relationships with multiple women, a detail that further debunks the false claims. During their time together, he appointed Harris to a state commission, which has been a focal point for critics. This appointment fueled rumors of favoritism and an unfair advantage for Harris in her career. However, these claims lack context and nuance. They often ignore Harris's own qualifications and accomplishments, which are significant and well documented. Despite their relationship ending in 1996, these misleading narratives persist and resurface periodically. They tend to resurface as Harris has risen in the political sphere, aiming to undermine her achievements. FactCheck.org and other organizations actively combat this misinformation, working tirelessly to set the record straight. They highlight the importance of accuracy in public discourse, emphasizing the need for truth in our information ecosystem. Willie Brown was separated from his wife when he began dating Kamala Harris. Their relationship was public knowledge. There is no evidence to suggest Harris was involved in their separation. Claims that Brown unfairly boosted Harris's career are misleading. They misrepresent her qualifications and experience. Harris was a rising star in California politics before her relationship with Brown. She had a successful legal career. The re-emergence of these claims is a tactic. It aims to discredit women in positions of power. It is crucial to rely on verified information. We must avoid spreading unsubstantiated rumors. In early August 2024, disturbing images began circulating online. These images purported to show a young Kamala Harris in revealing clothing. The posts alleged that Harris had worked as an escort before entering politics. These images spread like wildfire. They appeared on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and Threads. Many users shared them as supposed proof of Harris's past. This contributed to the spread of misinformation. However, these allegations lacked evidence. They were quickly debunked by fact-checking organizations. Snopes and FullFact investigated the claims. Both concluded that the images were likely fabricated or manipulated. The intent was to damage Harris's reputation. Snopes is a reputable fact-checking website. They launched an investigation into the alleged Kamala Harris escort photos. They wanted to determine the origin and authenticity of the images. Their investigation found no credible sources. There was no evidence to support the claims made in the social media posts. Snopes consulted with experts. Hany Farid, a specialist in digital forensics, analyzed the images. He concluded they were likely manipulated. Farid pointed to inconsistencies in digital artifacts as evidence. Snopes also conducted reverse image searches. These searches yielded no matches to legitimate sources. This suggested the images were not authentic. The lack of mainstream media coverage also cast doubt on the claims. Section 5. Experts speak, debunking the authenticity of the photos. Hany Farid is a renowned expert in digital image analysis. He examined the photos circulating online and determined they were likely manipulated. Farid identified inconsistencies in lighting, shadows and reflections, common indicators of digital alteration. He also noted the presence of digital artifacts within the images, which are often introduced during the editing process. These artifacts further suggested that the images were not original and had been tampered with. The lack of provenance for the images was telling. This, coupled with the expert analysis, led Snopes to rate the claims as false. The website emphasized the importance of critical thinking. We must verify information found online, especially when it involves potentially damaging accusations. Section 6. The growing threat of AI-generated images and disinformation. Full Fact is an independent fact-checking organization dedicated to combating misinformation and ensuring the public has access to accurate information. They also investigated the images and reached a similar conclusion to Snopes. The photos were likely AI-generated, raising alarms about the ease with which such images can be created and spread. They highlighted discrepancies common in AI-generated images, such as distorted hands and nonsensical text, which are telltale signs of artificial creation. Full Fact traced the images, discovering their earliest appearance was on 4plebs, an archive of the 4chan forum, a site notorious for its controversial content. 4chan is known for its often toxic content and the spread of misinformation, making it a breeding ground for deceptive practices. This discovery fueled suspicions about the images' authenticity and intentions, prompting further investigation into their origins and purpose. Full Fact emphasized a growing concern. AI-generated content has the potential to deceive and manipulate, posing a significant threat to public trust and information integrity. The organization stressed the importance of media literacy and critical thinking, urging the public to be more discerning about the information they consume. We must be vigilant in the face of increasingly sophisticated disinformation campaigns and take proactive steps to verify the authenticity of the content we encounter. Section 7. Full Facts Analysis, exposing the digital fabrications. Full Facts Analysis revealed several red flags indicating the images were AI-generated. The images exhibited unnatural blurring, particularly noticeable around the edges of the subject and in the background. This blurring suggested manipulation. The text in some of the images was also suspicious. Upon closer inspection, it appeared distorted and nonsensical. This gibberish text is a common error in AI image generation, as the algorithm struggles to accurately replicate real-world text. Full Fact's conclusion was clear. The images were likely created using AI technology. The goal was to fabricate a scandalous narrative around Vice President Harris. The organization warned about the increasing prevalence of such tactics, which have the potential to undermine trust in information. Section 8. The crucial need for combating misinformation in the digital age. The spread of false information is dangerous. It can mislead people and create confusion. This is especially true when it involves manipulated images and fabricated stories. These can easily deceive the public. It poses a significant threat to democratic processes. Misinformation can influence elections and undermine trust in institutions. It also undermines informed public discourse. When people are misinformed, meaningful discussions become difficult. We must approach online content with a critical eye, scrutinize the sources, and question the authenticity of the information. Verify information before accepting it as truth. Cross-check with multiple reliable sources to ensure accuracy. Fact-checking organizations like Snopes and Full Fact are vital. They debunk misinformation and provide clarity. They provide the public with accurate information. Their work is essential in maintaining an informed society. They combat the spread of harmful narratives. By doing so, they help protect the public from falsehoods. They promote a more informed society. Technology is advancing rapidly, making it easier to spread misinformation. AI-generated content is becoming increasingly sophisticated. This makes it harder to distinguish between real and fake information. It is more important than ever to be vigilant against misinformation. We must stay informed and think critically, and we must rely on credible sources. Trustworthy news outlets and verified information are crucial. These actions will help mitigate the impact of disinformation campaigns. By being proactive, we can protect ourselves and our communities from the dangers of misinformation. Section 9. Recognizing and resisting manipulative tactics. Manipulative tactics are becoming increasingly sophisticated. We must be able to recognize them. Look for emotional language. Be wary of information that confirms existing biases. Question the source. Is it credible? Does it have a history of accuracy? Don't share information blindly. Even if it comes from a friend or family member, take the time to verify it. If you're unsure about something, don't share it. We live in an age of information overload. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but it's more important than ever to think critically. Question everything. Don't take anything at face value. Consider the source. Look for evidence. Be aware of your own biases and be willing to change your mind if presented with new information. Section 11. A call to action, empowering ourselves and others through media literacy. Media literacy is essential for navigating the digital age. We must equip ourselves with the skills to identify and resist misinformation. We must also empower others to do the same. Share your knowledge with friends and family. Encourage critical thinking. Together, we can create a more informed and discerning online community. Let's fight back against the spread of misinformation. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.